Welcome dear friends to my video lecture on Sankhya philosophy. As I already told you, we will be giving topic by topic explanations along with some important questions. Now in net education or college TRB education in the syllabus, the first area will be Sankhya philosophy. So we will be talking about it just now. Let us straight away enter into the topic. Sankhya is one of the oldest and most influential philosophies in Indian thought. The term Sankhya means enumeration or number, reflecting its method of categorizing and understanding reality. It explains the universe by dividing it into two fundamental components, Purusha, consciousness, and Prakriti, matter. Yeah. What are the important ideas in Sankhya philosophy? First of all, it talks about dualism because two different realities, entities. Samkhya distinguishes between Purusha and Prakriti. Purusha is pure consciousness, unchanging and passive. Prakriti is the material world, dynamic and active, composed of three gunas, qualities: sattva, goodness; rajas, activity; and tamas, inertia or laziness. Secondly, according to Sankhya, the universe evolves when Purusha interacts with the Prakriti, leading to the creation of everything in existence. This includes intellect, buddhi, ego, ahamkara, and mind, manas. This is how the universe evolves from Purusha. When the Prakriti interacts with the Purusha, this is what happens. Then there are three gunas Samkhya philosophy talks about. All material things are made up of varying proportions of the three gunas. These qualities affect the behavior and characteristics of everything in the universe, including human beings, yes. So all material things are made up of varying measures of the three gunas, proportions of the three gunas. These qualities affect the behavior and characteristics of everything in the universe, including human beings. Then, what is the ultimate goal of this Sankhya philosophy? That is to achieve liberation from the cycle of birth and death. This happens when an individual realizes the distinction between Purusha and Prakriti and attains self-awareness. Sorry. Then educational implications of Samkhya philosophy. It talks about holistic development. Education should aim for the holistic development of an individual, integrating physical, mental, and spiritual growth, recognizing the interplay of Purusha and Prakriti. Then self-awareness and critical thinking. Encouraging students to develop self-awareness and critical thinking helps them understand the nature of reality and their place in it. This aligns with the Sankhya goal of distinguishing between consciousness and the matter. So it implies a balanced lifestyle. Incorporating the understanding of the three gunas can guide students to lead balanced lives, promoting well-being by recognizing the importance of harmony between sattva, rajas, and tamas. So Samkhya emphasizes ethical living and moral values, which can be integrated into the curriculum to nurture responsible and real individuals or full-fledged individuals, conscientious individuals or individuals with a good conscience. In summary, Samkhya philosophy provides a framework for understanding the universe and human existence, which can enrich educational practices by fostering holistic development, self-awareness, and balanced living. Now, let us examine some important questions. What is the oldest Hindu-philosophical system? That is Samkhya, no doubt about it. 6th BC, before Christ. Samkhya is the oldest Hindu-philosophical system that dates back to the 6th century BC. What does Samkhya philosophy teach about the relationship between the individual and the universal soul? So among the four alternatives, which is the right one? Individual is part of the universal soul, individual is separate from the universal soul, the individual is connected to the universal soul, or the individual is independent of the universal soul, which is the right one. The individual is separate from the universal soul. Two different entities, but they are interconnected. This is how we have to understand. So according to Sankhya philosophy, the individual soul is separate from the universal soul. The individual soul is responsible for its own liberation. Yeah, that is the understanding of Sankhya philosophy. What is the goal of Sankhya philosophy? To achieve liberation from suffering, to gain knowledge of the material world, to gain knowledge of the spiritual world, to create a perfect society. So what is the goal of Sankhya philosophy? That is to achieve liberation from suffering. The ultimate goal of Sankhya philosophy is to achieve liberation from suffering or moksha. It is believed that this can be achieved through yoga and meditation. According to Sankhya philosophy, how many categories of existence are there? There are two, Purusha and Prakriti. Only two entities. According to Sankhya philosophy, there are two categories of existence, Purusha, soul, and Prakriti, nature or the world, material aspect. What is the relationship between Purusha and Prakriti? They are one and the same. They are separated but interconnected. They are in competition with each other. They are completely independent, which is the right one. What is the relationship between Purusha and Prakriti? They are separate but interconnected. According to Sankhya philosophy, Purusha and Prakriti are separate but interconnected. Purusha is the eternal, unchanging consciousness, while Prakriti is the ever-changing material world. What is the purpose of yoga according to Sankhya philosophy? To unite the individual with the universal soul, to gain knowledge of the material world, to gain mastery over the body, to achieve liberation from suffering. That is to achieve liberation from suffering. The purpose of yoga according to Sankhya philosophy is to achieve liberation from suffering or moksha. It is believed that this can be achieved through yoga and meditation. What is the source of suffering according to Sankhya philosophy? Ignorance, attachment, karma, or greed. Ignorance, according to Sankhya philosophy, that is the source of suffering. According to Sankhya philosophy, the source of suffering is ignorance or avidya. Ignorance is caused by the misidentification of the individual with the material world. Actually, the individual has to identify himself with the Purusha. Then only he will be developing his good qualities. But unfortunately, if he identifies himself with the material world, then he is in ignorance. That is the understanding of Sankhya philosophy. What is the purpose of the 8 limbs of yoga? Of course, yoga talks about 8 limbs. And what is the purpose of the 8 limbs of yoga? To gain mastery over the body, to attain liberation from suffering, to gain knowledge of the material world, to unite the individual with the universal soul. That is to attain liberation from suffering. That is the purpose of the 8 limbs of yoga. The purpose of the 8 limbs of yoga, according to Sankhya philosophy, is to attain liberation from suffering or attaining moksha. The 8 limbs are yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. These are the 8 limbs of yoga. What is the meaning of the Sanskrit term Sankhya? Knowledge, liberation, union, self-control. That is knowledge. The Sanskrit term Sankhya means knowledge. It is derived from the Sanskrit root san, which means to know. What is the relationship between Sankhya and yoga? Sankhya is the foundation of yoga. Is it true? Sankhya and yoga are two separate systems. Is it true? Sankhya is the practice of yoga. Is it true? Sankhya is the goal of yoga. Actually, Sankhya is the foundation of yoga. That is the relationship between Sankhya and yoga. And because of Sankhya, yoga exists. That is the understanding. Sankhya is the foundation of yoga. It is the philosophical system upon which the practice of yoga is based. I hope you understand this. What is the main goal of Sankhya yoga philosophy? To achieve enlightenment, to achieve liberation, to achieve spiritual mastery, to achieve physical mastery. What is the main goal of Sankhya yoga philosophy? That is to achieve liberation. The ultimate goal of Sankhya yoga philosophy is to achieve liberation from the cycle of rebirth and death. It is believed that by achieving liberation, one can attain the highest level of spiritual realization. What is the ultimate source of power in Sankhya Yoga philosophy? The mind, the body, prana, purusha. Purusha. In Sankhya Yoga philosophy, the ultimate source of power is purusha. In other words, we can call it God also. Purusha, all powerful, which is the ultimate reality. It is believed that Purusha is the source of all existence and the ultimate truth. What is the main difference between Samkhya Yoga and Vedanta? Samkhya Yoga emphasizes action, while Vedanta emphasizes knowledge. Is it true? Samkhya Yoga emphasizes knowledge, while Vedanta emphasizes action. Is it true? Samkhya Yoga emphasizes the body, while Vedanta emphasizes the mind. Is it true? Samkhya Yoga emphasizes the mind, while Vedanta emphasizes the body. Actually, what is the correct answer for this? What is the main difference between Samkhya Yoga and Vedanta? That is, Samkhya Yoga emphasizes the mind, while Vedanta emphasizes the body. So, is it true? No. Samkhya Yoga emphasizes action. That is the correct answer. Very sorry. Samkhya Yoga emphasizes action, while Vedanta emphasizes knowledge. Samkhya Yoga emphasizes action as a means to achieve liberation, while Vedanta emphasizes knowledge as a means to achieve liberation. So that is, of course, this is also a means to achieve liberation, Vedanta, but emphasis on knowledge. Whereas yoga, Samkhya Yoga, emphasis is on action. What is the purpose of the 8 limbs of Sankhya Yoga? Already it has come to achieve liberation. The 8 limbs of Sankhya Yoga are designed to help practitioners achieve liberation from the cycle of rebirth and death. The 8 limbs of Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. What is the goal of the practice of Asana in Sankhya Yoga? To strengthen the body, to increase flexibility, to achieve liberation, to achieve enlightenment. That is to achieve liberation. The goal of the practice of asana in Sankhya Yoga is to help practitioners achieve liberation from the cycle of rebirth and death. Asanas are physical postures that help to cultivate physical and mental strength, flexibility, and balance, which are all important for achieving liberation. I hope you understand this. Asanas are physical postures. How we just lie on the floor and make certain actions, all these things. Asanas are physical postures that help to cultivate physical and mental strength, flexibility, balance, mental flexibility, which are all important for achieving liberation. What is the purpose of pranayama in Sankhya Yoga? To increase physical strength, to increase mental clarity, to achieve liberation, to achieve enlightenment. That is to increase mental clarity. Pranayama is a breathing technique used in Sankhya Yoga to cultivate mental clarity and focus. By focusing on the breath, practitioners can increase their awareness and clarity of mind, which is important for achieving liberation. What is the ultimate goal of the practice of meditation in Sankhya Yoga? That is once again to achieve liberation, no doubt about it. What is the ultimate goal of practice of meditation in Sankhya Yoga? To achieve liberation. The ultimate goal of the practice of meditation in Sankhya Yoga is to achieve liberation from the cycle of rebirth and death. Through meditation, practitioners can cultivate a deep level of inner peace and awareness, which is necessary for achieving liberation. According to Sankhya Yoga philosophy, what is the cause of suffering? Ignorance. According to Sankhya Yoga philosophy, the cause of suffering is ignorance. Ignorance is defined as not having a true understanding of reality, which leads to attachment and fear, which in turn leads to suffering. What is the purpose of the practice of dhyana in Sankhya Yoga? To increase physical strength, to increase mental clarity, to achieve liberation, to achieve enlightenment. So what is the purpose of the practice of dhyana in Sankhya Yoga? That is to increase mental clarity. So thank you very much, dear friends. God bless you abundantly. Of course, we have finished the first video on Sankhya philosophy. Now we will go for Vedanta, Buddhism, Jainism. One by one we will be handling. This will be helpful for writing the descriptive answers, in PGTRB or especially in college TRB. There you are asked to write descriptive answers. Of course, I will be giving some other material also, but just basic material. Kindly go through this Try to understand what it is. I'm sure you will be very much helped. God bless you abundantly.